Hello and welcome to hobby vlog number 179. Now this is going to be a short hobby vlog. This week I've been focusing hugely on Tawny, making great progress, which is good. And then on Thursday my friend Steve arrived and we've been spending a lot of time getting some 3D printing working because he's using my printers. And also we managed to get a game in, which I'll talk about a little bit later on. We got that game in yesterday, we're going to get some more games in today. So yeah, it's been a different type of a week. I do consider Tawny as part of my hobby in one sense because it's supporting ArdaCon, and funnily enough, pretty much everything I've done this week has been to do with ArdaCon because I've just worked on the bottom table stuff. But that's making some progress, it's getting towards. Sent a picture to James yesterday, I'm waiting for his feedback, hope he's happy. But anyway, yeah, stop rambling now, it's a short update, it's a short blog. Enjoy, let me know what you think in the comments below. Please do leave a comment, I do love them and I do reply to them all. So yeah, don't be shy, do say hello. And thank you very much for watching, I do appreciate that also. Well, here we have a whole load of trees. As you can see, this one here is my tinfoil one, looks good. This one here is my toilet roll or my kitchen roll stump, tree stump. This here is the XPS or the EPS and modelling compound. And at the back we have the pipe cleaner with toilet paper. And what I'm going to do now is I have a brand new pot here of black paint, completely new, first time opening it. Try to not to make it splatter everywhere, which it quite often can do. And what I'm going to do quite simply is paint everything black. And then we can come in with the dry brushes of greys and all sorts of other colours as well when we need to. So I'm going to paint every single tree here black. And I think my latest idea, because as I said this is going to be a gaming table, is I might even totally and utterly avoid doing any greenery and have it as dead trees. I think that might look quite nice. Thought that was wobbling then, but it's not good. So yeah, so I'm just going to paint the lot black. All of these. I won't film it all because it'll be very samey. But when that's done, I will bring you back and show you the next step. So yeah, let's get on with it. So they've all been painted black, and now what I'm going to do is I've got my very dried out dark grey, and I'm going to dry brush the tree. And the reason for this is trees are grey. Wood is very grey, and it will also just give me a little bit of a start when I come along, add on more colours. Now I am definitely going to be doing these as dead trees. I've absolutely decided that that's what I want to do, and I've actually decided on a couple more scenic elements. However, what I'm going to need to do before I start those is I'm going to put this all onto a 4x4 table and just have a look and see what space I've got and then work it out based on that. So first thing to do is to dry brush all these trees, and possibly before I do any more painting or anything else, next clip will be all the terrain I've made so far going on the table, because I'm about 4 or 5 weeks away from leaving to take this all to James, and so I need to get it a bit of a crack on. Anyway, let's get dry brushing. Right, so I'm gonna have a go at turning these into more dead tree looking trees. Yeah. So I've got this paint here, which is like a creamy colour, and I've got a load of other colours like oranges and browns, what have you, and beiges. I'm just going to dry brush them over to get a little bit of variety onto the tree, and then what I'll do is I'll tie it back in with a grey dry brush. Once it's all finished, it shouldn't take too long, but the idea is just to put a little bit of colour, a little bit of interest. You can see already just with that little brush there how that's brought stuff out. So what I'll probably do is put some music on and work over all the trees, and you can watch how they develop with all the different colours, and then we'll have a chat when it's done. But yeah, I spent all week not doing anything on this project, and my deadline is getting closer. It's not moving further away. So better get to it. So yeah, I'll do this, do the lights and then some darker colours, and then bring it all back together with the grey. So I'll put some music on and you can watch. Well, here we are. I've just decided to place these all onto a 4x4 table just to see what the layout is like. I'm pretty happy with it. I think I am going to do another couple of area terrains though. I've just sent a picture to James to see what he thinks. But I might do a swampy terrain and some rocky terrain. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with how it's looking. The dead tree effect, I'm going to need to work on this tree. I'd forgotten about that. But the dead tree effect I think is working really well. So I'm not sure what to do about this. I might just cover this in moss and be done with it, to be honest. But these ones I'm pretty happy. Going to put some moss on, going to do the bases, and then they'll be done. And then I'll paint all the bases together and flock them all together so that they are unified. So I'll do all that at the same time. But first, I think I'm going to need to begin a couple more bases for some area terrain just to make it a little bit more interesting. But I'm pretty pleased with how it looks. And when it's all based and done, I think it's going to be a really cool table. So one thing which has impacted on my ability to hobby this week, not hugely to be honest, but it has, is I've had my mate Steve come up, which has been really good. Yesterday evening we've managed to get my first ever and his first ever game of Blood and Plunder in. This is the table. First games are always difficult because you don't know the rules very well. But we had fun enough. We're going to give it another go today and hopefully we'll get it better. This scenery, this terrain is potentially a little bit house heavy, and the first person onto a roof was basically like you had to struggle to kind of get to them. So we might rejig the scenery a little bit. But yeah, it was really nice to get a game and really nice to finally play Blood and Plunder after years of wanting to. And we'll get, as I say, we'll get another couple of games in today. This is Sunday. But that means that basically my hobbying on the weekend is going to be playing games, which isn't the worst thing in the world, I suppose. That's kind of why I spend all this time and money doing it, isn't it? We might try and play some other games as well on top of that. We shall see. Anyway, there we are. Nice to get all of these awesome houses out of storage and actually into a game as well, which I spent time making. So, yeah, good. Well, the next thing to do on this is to apply all of the transfers. So I won't do that on camera because there's lots of fiddly ones, as you can see from the picture. But once I've got that done, I'll be pretty much ready to finish this project off with the icicles, which is what I started it for. So yeah, it sat untouched for quite a long time. You can see that it's got a little bit of dust on it, just because I've been too busy to work on it. But yeah, I'm going to try and get this done in terms of the transfers over the next couple of days, and then we can hopefully start working on all those awesome icicles. Well, there we are. As I say, very short week, very little actual hobbying done, but as I often say, at the moment, that's life, and life does get in the way, and it has this week. A couple of weeks until Rosie and Angela go away, so I still have a chance to get a little bit more done on the chocolate factory in the next couple of weeks, but we shall see how life goes. Yeah, if I do, obviously I'll be filming it, but if I don't, then we'll just have to wait. That is also how life goes. Anyway, stop rambling. I am rambling. I can hear it myself. Thank you for watching. Really do appreciate it. It's just a little channel, and it's cool to know that a couple of people will find it interesting. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll wrap up by saying, as I'm saying in all of these videos at the moment, and it breaks my heart that I'm still saying it, but if any of you are impacted directly or indirectly by the horrible war in Ukraine, then my thoughts do go out to you and to anyone that you know who may be in that horrible situation. And to everyone, please do stay healthy, stay safe, and stay well.